The X-Men franchise has been on a weird and uneven ride through its several years of storytelling at 20th Century Fox. Ever since the original X-Men trilogy, trying to squeeze in a large number of characters to make it feel like a real ensemble sometimes ended up backfiring. Thus, many important mutants or mutant teams were reduced to mere cameos. This is one of the reasons why the New Mutants as an idea was a welcome addition to the lineup. Shining the spotlight on one of the most important teams in X-Men lore, with most of its original members nonetheless, seemed to step in the right direction to reinvigorate the film series. But both the New Mutants and Dark Phoenix were stomped on by Disney's acquisition of Fox. After it was decided that the franchise would end with these films, the two ended up being very different products from what was originally intended. Critical reception went from lackluster for the first to appalling for the latter. Despite this, there were some highlights in the New Mutants. So if there's something to be salvaged from the pulseless franchise, it should be Anya Taylor-Joy's portrayal of Illyana Rasputin, aka Magik, Illyana's brother, Piotr Rasputin, aka Colossus, made several appearances in the X-Men franchise, mainly through Daniel Cudmore's portrayal in X2, X-Men, The Last Stand, and X-Men, Days of Future Past, and then through Stephen Kapicic's voice in Deadpool and Deadpool 2. Contrary to him, Illyana only made a single appearance in the New Mutants. A mutant with so much potential got relegated to the tail of X-Men releases, whereas the New Mutants dared to venture into unknown territory, with characters like Magik, Wolfsbane, and Dani Moonstar. But ultimately, it didn't add much to the X-Men universe, fizzling out during the wave of pandemic releases nonetheless, while putting the final nail in the coffin of the 20th Century helmed franchise. Illyana was thrust upon this cinematic universe already wielding her magical powers and the Soulsword. Even when she's just a teenager, her fearlessness makes her a worthy bearer of the mystic weapon. Although Magik's abilities could have been complicated to translate into live action, the film succeeds in showing how she masters the use of magic thanks to her connection to Limbo, allowing her to make use of her teleportation powers as well. At the times when the New Mutants tries to be scary, it's Magik who stands as the reassuring figure. She might not have asked for it, but she ends up being the more leadery presence in the group. Even when she's not the main focus of the film, Magik is the badass MVP of the New Mutants. In the New Mutants, Taylor-Joy breathes life into a fierce Illyana, one that has been through enough trauma to know how to make her way in the world. Taylor-Joy knew how to make the role hers, fully embodying the demonically mystical mutant. This is noteworthy because understanding Magik's complexity is no easy feat, and considering how important Magik is for the X-Men, and given the reboot needs to differentiate itself from the mutants that have come before, Marvel Studios shouldn't let Taylor-Joy's talent go to waste. The MCU would benefit greatly from having Taylor-Joy's Magik in the upcoming X-Men reboot. Considering the universe as a whole is in disarray, Magik would serve a greater purpose, bridging the relationship between mutants and Magik itself. With Elizabeth Olsen's Scarlet Witch currently MIA, the mystical magical mutancy has been left vacant. In comic books, Magik has been known for being both a pupil and a colleague of Doctor Strange, so it'd only be natural for her to work alongside Benedict Cumberbatch's Stephen Strange to bring order to the forthcoming chaos the MCU will face. Taylor-Joy's Magik should survive the inevitable mutant purge that will follow Avengers, Doomsday, and Avengers, Secret Wars. It'd be a total waste to let her version of Magik fade into oblivion. She is a force of nature, and her casting as Illyana is one of the most spot-on 20th Century Fox's X-Men universe saw. Since Magik's powers cover dimension hopping, the possibility of them making her end up on Earth 616 is not far-fetched at all. It's up to Marvel Studios to take advantage of this, grab the sword by its handle, and keep Taylor-Joy's undeniably appealing flair in their X-Men ranks.